everyone, I'm Janneke and welcome to my channel Books and Stitches. This is my first booktube video that I filmed in a while. I think it's been more than a year, maybe even more than 2 years since my last one. So if you're still around from back then, thank you so much for coming back and checking this out. If you're new, or if you found me through the readathon maybe, welcome. I hope you like my content. And if you're one of the people who watches my floss tubes, thank you for giving this a chance. You don't have to. If you're just interested in cross stitch, this video won't have any. I'm sorry. Next video will be all about cross stitch again, but this is going to be a booktube video. So in the past year, I've mainly done floss tube videos, and I'm going to continue doing that, but I want to try and get booktube back in there as well. You know, the books part of Books and Stitches. And we're gonna start with a TBR. That's always a fun thing to watch, right? So why not? I recently came across the Adventurerathon, I believe it's called. And I am terrible with names, so I don't remember who hosts this. I'm pretty sure it's Kay, but that's not her channel name. That's just her name, I think. Let me just look it up, actually. Oh, ignore my hands. I haven't figured out a better way to film yet. K-Bev Bookish, that's it. So it is hosted by K-Bev Bookish. She came up with it, and it is very fun. It's like a choose your own adventure. She has like 7 different like characters or careers, I guess you can choose, and each has its own like story. And I have decided to become a queen. So I'm gonna take the sovereign path. And the mission as a sovereign is to ascend the throne. So each of the, I'll just do like a quick explanation of her readathon, but I will link the announcement video down below. Absolutely go check it out. She does a much better job of explaining it and makes it sound like so much fun. But each one basically has its own like quest line, as well as like side quests you can do as well. If you're new to my channel, I have chronic fatigue, and one of the things most impacted by that is my reading. So I tend to like kind of bend the rules of readathons to make it more achievable for me. So I have decided that every book I read can count for a main quest as well as a side quest. So it's all for fun, right? So she does have a giveaway attached to it. I obviously won't count them as the side quests for the giveaway. If I decide to enter that, it will just only count for main quests. But for the fun of it, I have decided to double up. So yeah, I guess let's just get started. I'm currently reading Win, Lose, Kill, Die by Cynthia Murphy. I have barely read anything in May, so I'm hoping I can finish this before June starts, but kind of doubtful. If I can't, I will figure out if I can like exchange one of the prompts with this instead to make this fit on there. But this TBR is made with the idea that I will finish this before June starts, and then I will only be reading the 5 books I'm going to show you right now. So first, if you want to be a sovereign, you have to have either a crown or a throne, or both. But I'm not going to read 2 books. I've decided to go for crown, I believe, but I don't remember. Yeah, crown, because I am going to go for Undercover Princess by Connie Glynn. She is wearing a tiara, so that counts for crown. This is the first in a series. I'm not 100% sure about what age the series is for, because I've seen it shelved in both middle grade and YA, so I guess it's like a bit on the cusp of those 2 like age ranges. But it's about 2 girls who go to a boarding school, one of whom is a princess, and they swap identities. So the common girl pretends to be the princess, and the princess pretends to be the common girl, a la Princess and the Pauper. It sounds very cute and fun. I know the series itself is queer. Like, I know one of the main characters is queer. I don't know if that's like apparent in the first book already, or if that's just like something that continues on throughout the series and like only happens later on. But I have heard Connie Glynn talk last year at Yelp, and that made me really want to buy the book. So it's also signed. I love it. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. This will be the first book I'll be reading, considering I need to get my tools first. But this is also the only book that I'm not doubling up prompts on. So yeah, I will only be reading this for Crown. But yeah, this is the first book in the Rosewood Chronicles. I don't think I actually mentioned the series name before, but it's the Rosewood Chronicles is the series. And this is the book. Look at how pretty this version is. I love it so much. But it does have a crown, a little tiara. Then afterwards, I need to have a skill, right? So you can either be good at public speaking, for which you have to read something that is like about a TV show or a radio show or something like that, or you have to be good at delegation, which means you pick something at random, or you have to be good at lawmaking, which is about lawyers or law enforcement or something along those lines. For that, I have decided to go with Never Ever Getting Back Together, which is about a reality TV show. It's about I think one moment. Back. The angle might be a bit different. I got a phone call that I had to take in the middle of it. So yeah, I'm back. I was gonna be reading Never Ever Getting Back Together by Sophie Gonzalez for the prompt public speaking, because this is about a reality TV show. It is a show in which a guy dates his ex-girlfriends. Kind of bachelor-like, I think. That's the impression I get. Other than, you know, he knows the girls already. They've dated in the past. And the main character is one of his exes, obviously. He cheated on her. And she goes on that game show, I think, to get revenge on him. I mean, the tagline is "Revenge is a dish best served on live TV," so I'm pretty sure it's about revenge. And I think she falls in love with another one of his ex-girlfriends, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But it is, I'm pretty sure it's queer in some way as well. That might be something you'll notice is a theme throughout this month. I think every book I've picked, other than one, which is a non-fiction, is queer. That is partially because it's Pride Month in June, but also just because I was really in the mood for some like romances, and I love queer romances. I was in the mood for something more lighthearted. I've been reading a lot of like mystery thrillers, and like I was just in the mood for some cute romance stuff, some lighthearted stuff. So yeah, Never Ever Getting Back Together will be for public speaking, and I'm also using this for the side quest. Let me check which one it is. Which one is it? Oh, right, weddings. Find your royal spouse. So I don't know if there actually is a wedding in this book, but there are two reasons I picked this anyway, and that is because like the first sentence of the synopsis mentions a wedding and marriage. It mentions that the ex-boyfriend, the one who the show's about, is famous because his sister married a prince. So that's a wedding, kind of. And also, like, shows like The Bachelor, I've always heard them be called the marriage game shows by people. So I was like, that's kind of what the whole these shows are about, right? Even if they don't end up with a wedding, that's like the idea. They're like, oh, you find your love of your life, and it's like a happily ever after on this game show. So yeah, I figured it's kind of like the marriage game show, even if there isn't an actual wedding in it. So I'm gonna count this. I did Google which books of my, like, to see if it had a wedding, but it's so difficult to find out if a book has a wedding in it or not, unless that's like a central part of the story, like it takes place at a wedding or something. But yeah, I don't know if this one has a wedding, but it's like a marriage game show, so I'm counting it. That's the second book I will be reading. And then afterwards, I need to learn about being a royal, right? I need to know what I'm doing. So I need to read a book with royalty in it. For that, I will be reading Pumpkin. This is not like actual royalty, but it is a drag queen, and that absolutely counts. So, this is about two teens in high school. I think it's just like about one teen, like it's from the point of view of just one, but then it's about him and a friend of him, both of which get like bullied and nominated as drag queen. Not, oh my god, I ignore what I just said. Let me restart it. Whew. Okay, it's about a boy who goes to school and his school isn't like very accepting, and as like it says as a joke, I'm guessing it's a type of bullying, he gets nominated for prom queen, and his female friend gets nominated as prom king, and they decide basically, fuck them, let's go with it, let's run for prom king and prom queen. We can fucking do this. It's less cursy. I don't think there's any cursing in this actually, but that's basically the point. Yeah, this year's prom's a drag. It's by Julie Murphy, who you probably know best through Dumpling, which had this like a Netflix movie as well. It has a beautiful rainbow spine, and yeah, drag queen royalty. I bought this book because I wanted a tote bag at Jalk, but there was like a whole table of books I could have chosen from, and when I read the synopsis of this book, I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. I've also chosen this book for the side quests of make a speech for which you have to read an inspiring read. So yeah, just the idea of these two teenagers who like are getting kind of bullied. I keep using the word bullied because that's how it comes across to me, but that's not the wording used on the synopsis on the back of this book. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it's bullying, but these two kids who get bullied and like nominated as prom king and queen, even though they're the different sex, the different gender, just responding with like, fuck all of them. Yeah, if you want me to be prom queen, I'll be the best prom queen there is. I'll be amazing at this. Fuck you. That just is really inspiring to me. So yes, very interested in reading this one. Sounds like so much fun. Yeah, that's the next read. And then lastly is Coronation Day. I have become queen, and for that I have to read a book with a coronation in it, for which I will be reading The King is Dead by Benjamin Dean. This is about like kind of an alternate royal family in the UK, in which the royal family is a bit more diverse, I guess. The royal family is black, and the main character is, or I don't know if the whole family is, but the main character is, and I don't know if he's like, oh my god, I'm very tired if you hadn't noticed. The main character of this book is the heir to the throne. He's the first black and queer heir to the throne. And when his father dies, he becomes king. And all of his carefully hidden secrets are kind of shown to light. So he becomes king in this, so coronation, we got it. But the main thing in the book is that he gets like these threatening messages that are like, I'm gonna reveal all your secrets and stuff like that. He wants like, I think he's closeted maybe, I don't know, but he has secrets and he's like trying to keep them all hidden, and then like people are threatening to reveal them to the world. And you know, because he is the king, in the beginning the prince and in the end the king, people will care about that. So yeah, I think it's a bit of a mix between a romance and like a bit of a thriller detective type thing, maybe. I don't know. It sounded fun. I heard Benjamin Dean talking as well in the same panel that I heard Connie Glynn from the Undercover Princess talking, and it just sounded like a blast. So I bought the book and I got it signed. Where's this autograph? Here it is. I got it signed. So yes, very excited about that as well. So that is basically my queer TBR for Pride, and because I was just in the mood to read some more lighthearted romance stuff, and I am queer, so yeah, if I can read queer, why not? I'm very excited to read them. They're not my whole TBR. I don't know why I'm like acting as if that's the end of it. I haven't even told you which side quest I'm using it for. Wow, I'm not all here. I'm using that for the side quest of conflicts. It's all about scandals, right? And that sounds conflicty to me. Also, he's getting crowned king, which means there's usually conflicts involved with all of that as well. So yeah, it just sounded like it would fit. I think most books will fit for the prompt of conflicts. I think it's like something that's yeah, it's for the prompt, it's for the side quest border skirmish. Themes of conflict feature heavily. That's, I forgot to mention that, but I think most books you can make fit for that prompt. I've chosen this one because it seems the most conflict heavy of the bunch, because it's like the most serious, I guess. It's like the least of just like a cutesy book, or at least like looking at the covers. The others look all like cutesy and like romancy, and this one looks more serious. I figured this one features conflict the most heavy, or it looks like it at least. So then that is everything for the main quests. I've done if I finish all these 4 books, I finished the main quests, but there are 2 more side quests to complete. So one of them is get to know your subjects, for which you have to read an autobiography or a memoir or biography. And for that, I have chosen to read The Spectrum Girls Survival Guides, How to Grow Up Awesome and Autistic by Sienna Castellon. I have already started this in April, and I really, really would like to finish it in June. It's kind of difficult to get through because it's like very personal, I guess. So like I don't read more than a chapter at a time, which is why I'm going through it kind of slowly. But yeah, I recognize myself in a lot of it, which is why I bought it, because I am autistic. I'm not a teen anymore, but I wish I'd read this as a teenager. I think that would have really helped. But I am counting this as an autobiography because it is Sienna Castellon mostly writes from her own experiences. So, I mean, she gives like more objective, like just information as well, but she also writes a lot about her own experiences with it. So I think that definitely counts as an autobiography because of that. So yeah, this will be for that side quest. And then the last side quest is to host a royal ball, for which I have to hold a dance party. Easy, right? I just have to go put on a song and dance to it. I do that all the time, mostly when I do chores. Like when I do the laundry or something, I tend to put on music and like dance along with it. So that one is an easy check mark. And that will be my TBR. So these 5 books I'm hoping to read in June. Fingers crossed I will manage it. Fair warning, I am going shopping for books like the 2nd week or the 1st week of June. I think we decided on like the 8th or 9th or something like that. So I will be buying a lot of books, and there's a very real chance some of these books may be replaced with others, because I found out that the Netherlands has a bookstore called the Queer Boekenkast, which basically means the queer bookshelf, which is a store with only queer books. Like, how amazing is that? I saw it and immediately I was like, I have to visit. This is amazing. What an amazing thing that we have this. So yeah, I immediately planned a trip, but it's not like super close by, so I had to plan a trip. And I'm going with my sister. We're gonna go shopping, or like she's gonna go shopping, and I'm gonna spend an hour looking around at books. But I'm planning on buying a lot of books, so I might do a book haul next month. But yeah, some of these books may definitely be replaced from my TBR with new books if they fit the prompt, and I'm like really excited to read them. But I'm also really excited to read these, so who knows. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I've no idea how long this video is, considering I had to stop like partway through, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you're also joining the readathon, please let me know. Let me know what path you're choosing. Like, are you gonna be a pirate or a hunter, or are you gonna be a sovereign as well? There are like 7 different ones, so let me know. I'm so excited about this. It's such a fun readathon, so yeah, go join us and let me know. You only have to read 4 books technically for the main quest, so I mean, that's a lot. That's a book a week. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but we'll try, right? We're gonna try together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to know my thoughts on these books, let me know, and I'll try and film a wrap up or a vlog or something. But I am very excited about this. So yeah, I hope you will have a great weekend, day, week, whatever it is when you see this video. It's like Sunday when I film it, but who knows when I'll put it up, and then who knows when you will be watching it. So have a great night or morning or weekend or whatever it is you're having. Have a great one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Bye.